Google just dropped Nano Banana 2, and this might have killed every single other text-to-image model. It claims faster generation, perfect text rendering, 4K detail, and character consistency. I'm going to walk you through some tests that I've done before hitting record for this video. First, we're going to be doing a speed test, and this is going to be comparing Nano Banana 2 to Nano Banana Pro and the previous Nano Banana. Nano Banana 2 claims to combine Pro quality from Nano Banana Pro and the Nano Banana Flash style speed. So we're going to see if that's true. This test is going to be done live so you guys can see how the results turn out as well. So let's just go straight to NightCafe. If you want to create art with all of the Nano Banana models, head to NightCafe. The link will be down in the description. If you join, you get free creations with using my link. So make sure to join. So what I've done is I've grabbed this prompt here. You can see on my screen, it's quite long. It's a bustling enchanted city street, and I want it to be in like a magical style. I'm going to be running it through Nano Banana Pro and Nano Banana 2, the left side Nano Banana 2, and you can see on the right side it is Nano Banana Pro selected. So let's just hit create almost at the same time. Also, you can see that Nano Banana 2 it's way cheaper. So let's just see how long this takes. We're waiting together. This is Nano Banana 2 that just finished up. We can look at the quality of this while Nano Banana Pro is still generating. So we can see here the text looks amazing. Potions and elixirs is very legible, clean reading. Some of these words that are smaller are a little bit less legible, but that's fine. I think that especially with world building, it's not that big of a deal. And there's this title for the wand store. Wow, Nano Banana Pro just finished. Okay, let's compare these images. This is actually really cool. I really think I'm leaning towards Nano Banana Pro's style, but Nano Banana 2, obviously, as you can see, has the wording correct and there's legible signs versus Nano Banana Pro, but it does have a good color style. There's also some like empty characters here. Not bad. Not bad for our first speed test. We're on Nano Banana 2, same prompt. All we're gonna do is change the model. As you can see on NightCafe, we have quite a few Google models. We have the Nano Banana models. Let's just go with Nano Banana, create plain Nano Banana. A lot cheaper than the new Nano Banana 2. This is plain Nano Banana. So compared to the Nano Banana 2 rendering, I think that, yeah, Nano Banana is a little bit washed out, a little bit grainy. The details are kind of weird. If we look at this guy's head, it's a little bit strange. While Nano Banana does generate faster, I think that with that comes a lack in detail. So you can see original Nano Banana and the Nano Banana 2 model. The Nano Banana 2 model is way better at creating words and signs, and I feel like adding those kinds of details adds more of an atmosphere to a photo that usually just looks more AI generated. That's the speed test. The next test that we're going to be running through is infographics and text. I feel like those kind of go hand in hand when you're doing this kind of creation. So on the right, you can see that I use this prompt. It's actually a very basic prompt, and I use the same prompt across both of these creations. Create a diagram about how to create AI art, but good AI art, make it cute and kawaii, mainly pink with cute anime sparkles. So this is the Nano Banana Pro creation, which is way less detailed than the Nano Banana 2 creation. Also, the Nano Banana 2 creation, I feel, has way more just like cute text add-ins and even like little thought bubbles. It's kind of displaying what's going on. And also in the Nano Banana Pro version, there's only 3 steps. And in the Nano Banana 2 version, there is 6 steps. And it's pretty easy to follow. The arrows are coherent and like leading you where you should go, where the eye should follow. And I just love it. It is so cute. Here's another example that I've made. This is a how to win the NightCafe daily challenge infographic. So this Nano Banana Pro version is nice, but there's like a bunch of random arrows, as you can see. It's just not as good and as clear, I feel, as the Nano Banana 2 version. Which, by the way, guys, if you upgrade to Pro or if you just renew your subscription, right now we're giving away 20 free Nano Banana 2 creations, and that's not going to last forever. So make sure you do that. Link in our description. The infographics leads perfectly into text inside images and comparing how those work between Nano Banana Pro and Nano Banana 2. The realism and the artistic style inside of Nano Banana 2 just makes it far superior. So as you can see, the signpost in Nano Banana Pro is pretty plain and kind of flat, and so is the photo. It's just not as saturated. But when you go to the Nano Banana 2 example, it is just so pretty. The fall colors are popping. It's not so golden like this. The Nano Banana Pro version has like a wash of gold over it versus the Nano Banana 2 version having more of a pop of color and looking, like I said, a lot more real. You can see this also in another example with this anxiety control panel, which, by the way, all of these creations are going to be linked in a collection down below in the description if you want to test any of them out. So I just feel like the Nano Banana 2 version just adds a lot more creativity with realism at the same time. The Nano Banana 2 version, I feel, is just much more realistic. Both are great, and like I said, there's no text issues. They both do really well with text inside of the image. Very coherent. I just feel like the Nano Banana 2 version is just a lot better look-wise. So next we're going to be going into character coherency. Both do amazingly well. I input 4 images for this prompt, which is just for a YouTube thumbnail. If a lot of you don't know this, now you do. Nano Banana is great at creating YouTube thumbnails, especially Pro. That's what I've been using to make YouTube thumbnails, as well as, I imagine, Nano Banana 2 because of this test. I gave it the same prompt and the same images. Nano Banana 2 actually stuck to my prompt where I told it what image is going where. So place image 1 in the top left, so on and so forth. The Nano Banana Pro model actually had a hard time doing that. So these images actually don't correspond to what model they were made with, while the Nano Banana 2 version actually does, which is amazing. It also didn't alter the images too much, actually, if at all. And it did amazing. I really think I'm going to start using Nano Banana 2 for my thumbnails, especially considering the cost is a lot lower for Nano Banana 2 versus Nano Banana Pro. The next one is going to be this style. This is another kind of test for character consistency. So I used a start image of myself. So this is me. This is the start image I used. And I asked it to put myself in a lawn chair, sipping a glass of wine. This is the original creation, and I was so impressed with that, and I still am with Nano Banana Pro. I think that it does so well with character coherency. And surprisingly, Nano Banana 2 was taking a while to get me, and I still think it didn't get me completely. Like, I don't know, I just feel like some of it's off. The Nano Banana Pro version nailed what I look like. But I also tried the prompt to edit function on both of these. So I just asked for the side view. It's kind of funny. It's like they're having wine together and talking, but I think that they both came out really well. But I think that the Nano Banana 2 version kind of lacks with following a character. I'm going to have to do a few more tests, and maybe if you guys want to see that, comment down below. Yeah, I feel like Nano Banana 2 didn't do as well versus Nano Banana Pro, even though that's not my hairstyle at all. It's still coherent compared to the front view. And this one's kind of, I don't know, like it looks like it could be a different person in my opinion. It doesn't translate well. So next thing that I wanted to look at was just another version of this character coherency style prompt. Here's the original, and I should also mention, I used the same start image. So this is the Nano Banana Pro version, which was really cool. It gave like a weird, like artistic style edit to it, which I really love. So this I feel looks a lot more realistic versus this Nano Banana 2 version, but both have really great, like on the screens, they both look like real screens. They don't really look like AI made them, but I feel like Nano Banana Pro has more of that realism look. It does have like weird text in the background. In Nano Banana 2's render, you can't really see any text except for on the shirt, which like both shirts, they're not really legible. So I feel like that one's a draw. All in all, I think it does okay with character coherency. I'm just gonna have to do more tests to figure that out. So the next tests that I ran were these resolution and quality. When you're creating with Nano Banana 2 on NightCafe, you have output resolution options. So there's medium, which is 1024 by 1024 in a square, High 2048 in square, and Ultra, which is 4096, and that's the 4K resolution option. I compared all three of these. So here's medium versus high, and you can really tell a difference, especially like in the, I don't know, like this corner specifically looks so realistically painted with oil paintings. This looks like a scanned in painting. So let's compare that with the Ultra version. Like it looks like the contrast in the Ultra version is turned up versus in the high version. So, I mean, if you want to save a few credits, I'd probably just use high instead of the Ultra version if you're not going to be doing printing or anything like that. The next thing that I wanted to test was just fantasy prompts, because fantasy is one of our most created subjects on NightCafe. Here's this prompt that I gave. It's quite long. It's just a city built on the back of colossal celestial giants. I think both did really well, but Nano Banana Pro just has this way of like bringing new, like, it has its own style, you know, and it's very not afraid of being creative when it's generating with your prompts. Like sometimes it'll do its own thing and you're like, that's not what I asked for. And sometimes it'll do its own thing and you're like, I didn't ask for that, but I love it. And that's what I feel with this generation. It's super cool. Though the two people, like they're back to back, I feel like that is kind of weird now that I'm looking at it. Both are amazing. And I think that they both do really well with fantasy. The last test that I wanted to do was a realism test. Nano Banana Pro did a good job and it had this like realistic film look to it. So the prompt actually is a film prompt. It's supposed to look like retro 35mm film. It added like that retro look, but it does look kind of weird because it added like an old camera, like a 35mm film camera, versus the Nano Banana 2 version, which kind of added more of the, you know, like realistic, like this guy's snowboarding. He's using his iPhone to take a selfie. It even looks like the real iPhone Pro. A selfie is taken nowadays with a cell phone, not a 35mm camera. I think they both turned out really well. I do think I favor the style of Nano Banana Pro, but I like the coherency and like realism of Nano Banana 2. So if these could be fused, I'd be very happy. Well, that's it. That's my test for Nano Banana 2. Let me know in the comments what you think, and don't forget to sign up for NightCafe down below. You get 20 free Nano Banana 2 creations when you upgrade to Pro or you renew your subscription. The collection that I made for this video, everything will be linked down below. So just let me know what you guys think, and yeah, follow along with my prompts. They will be open so you guys can test those out. Like, subscribe, don't forget to comment down below, and hype this video if you feel so inclined to. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.